Right, so when we learned about unit circle, we discovered that the unit circle can really be found by taking a pair of coordinate points and just plotting them all the way around. And that special pair of coordinates that always trace out the unit circle is cosine, comma, sine. And so if I do cosine of an angle, comma, sine of an angle, I'm going to get the coordinates of a point on the unit circle. In this case, I'm looking for the coordinates of a point at the angle of 342 degrees. So that means in order to find my point, I'm going to be doing cosine of 342 degrees, comma, sine of 342 degrees. Now it's a matter of actually just doing the calculation and getting those decimal values. So you want to break out your calculator here. And notice that we are measuring our angle here in degrees. So make sure your calculator is also in degree mode before you actually start plugging in the numbers. All right, so I'm going to start by doing the calculation of cosine of 342 degrees. When I do that calculation, I end up getting 0.9510565, and it goes on and on forever. I don't need all of those. This one doesn't tell me what to round to. If this is like on WAMAP or something like that, it'll tell you what to round to. But I'm going to go ahead and just call it at 2 decimals here. So I'm going to round this to the 0.95. All right, so then I'm going to do the same thing with the sine. So I'm going to do the sine of 342 degrees, and that one ends up giving me a negative number. Yes, that's okay for it to give me a negative number. So it gives me negative 0.3090 and so on, right? Again, I want to round it to 2 decimal places, but notice that since this digit is a 9, it tells me that I'm going to have to round this digit up. And so then I'm not going to round it to 0.30, I'm going to be rounding it to 0.31. And then this would be our final answer. And in case you're curious, why was it negative? Well, if we think about that unit circle picture, remember that in that picture, the origin is right here in the middle of our circle. 340 degrees is going to be down here somewhere. And so notice that my x-coordinate would have to be positive and my y-coordinate would have to be negative, which is why it then makes sense that my x here is positive there and this y-coordinate is negative. So it also provides you a way that you can kind of self-check yourself and make sure that your answer is reasonable.